Welcome. I'm Laura Roeder, and you are on the 6 steps to creating fame for you and your business webinar. We're starting right at the dot at noon Pacific. And I'm really, really excited that you're here with me because I haven't really had a chance to present this information to a lot of people yet. And it's something that has been kind of stewing in my head for a long time. Basically, I want to tell you just a little bit of a backstory before I start. I know you might know me, but there's a few new people on this webinar who don't know me. When I started my business about 2 years ago, I did websites for small businesses. But I was always finding that they were asking me about marketing advice and social media advice. I've just always been involved in online communities since I was very young. Since I'm so young, I've been on the internet since I was in about the 6th grade, and during that time, I've always built websites, built fan communities for bands that I liked online. Back then, it was web rings and guest books and stuff like that. If you remember that, so the concept of creating online communities is not new. What's cool is now we have some tools that we didn't used to have that make it really, really easy to do. There's my little Skype window there. That's nice. So basically, I moved my business from doing web design to doing more consulting about social media and online marketing. And where I really had this big revelation for the Creating Fame system was through the work that I did with Brea Grant. Brea Grant is an actress who plays Daphne the Speedster on this season of Heroes. And basically, I got Brea on the web. I told her we needed to create an online fan community to support her career. So I showed her how to start a blog and what kind of content she should put on that blog and how to get on Twitter and how to use all these great social media tools. And the end result is that now she's truly a pioneer in actors using these types of tools to really further their career. And while I was working with her, I kind of started thinking, I think it seems obvious to a lot of us that you can use these types of things in Hollywood. But it didn't immediately occur to me that I might be able to use the exact same sort of concepts and strategies, as well as the same tactical tools to make someone like an entrepreneur famous. Because like many of us, my initial thought was, why would anyone be interested in me? Why would I have fans? I'm not famous. I'm not a celebrity. But I kind of started using the same techniques that I was using for Brea for myself and for my own career. And it worked. That's the short way to explain what happened. It worked. It worked really, really well. And immediately I started seeing these huge results of things that I had wanted for a long time. Immediately I started getting the kinds of speaking engagements that I wanted. I started hanging out with and connecting with some entrepreneurs that I had admired from afar and formed some business partnerships with them. My website now, I just get so many leads of people wanting to work with me through my website every single day, people that I haven't talked to yet. And let me tell you, that's awesome. That's a really awesome thing to have. It's something that I had wanted for a long time, but couldn't really figure out what to do. So this is how I did it. So I want to share it with you so that you can do it too. So let's get into the PowerPoint now. So first I want to talk about the new model of fame versus the old model of fame. The old model was to wait for the mainstream press to discover you. If you've ever tried this, you know that it's pretty difficult. It's mostly a fluke. The press has the same few people that they like to go to over and over and over again. And if you're not on that short list, it's basically a matter of schmoozing with the right people. Really is the only way to get on the list. You can pay a publicist lots of money, which may or may not be effective. Basically, it's a path filled with a lot of struggle and a lot of luck. So I call the new model discovering yourself instead of waiting for other people to discover you, because you create your own press, you create your own content, you create your own media attention. This is all totally possible to do using social media. I don't even know if I need to tell you why being famous in your field is something that you want, but in case I do, positioning yourself as number one brings in tons of prospects from a lot of different angles. One, you come up higher in search rankings, and not just come up higher, but you look better in search rankings, especially if you're in an industry where people are not on board with social media. Using just the most basic strategy is going to make you look incredible compared to all your competitors. I mean, one, your competitors might not even have a website, but if they do have a website, think of someone looking up you and someone looking up your competition. They look up your competition, maybe they have a website, maybe it's even like a really nice looking, well designed website. And then they look up you, and you not only have the website, but you have videos of you sharing your expertise, and you have a bunch of interviews that you've been in, you have a bunch of articles that you've written, you have information, maybe it's webinars or maybe it's PDFs or whatever that you share. You have a community of people that are fans of yours and are spreading the word about you. It's just no contest as far as who people want to buy from or who people want to hire. Positioning yourself as the expert on the web, it just makes you it makes you the easy choice. It's so obvious, I don't even know how else to say it. You're just going to be head and shoulders above everyone else, and it's not just for prospects. People who are considering you for book deals, people who are considering you for speaking engagements are also searching the web and seeing what comes up. And it's so easy to make yourself look good, basically, to make yourself look really good using the web and using social media. And I also want to point out that self-made fame can absolutely lead to media-made fame. When the media has exhausted their short list of the same people that they go to over and over again, and they need someone new, yeah, they ask around, but if no one knows anyone, they're hitting Google, just like the rest of us. They don't have some secret list that the rest of us don't have. I asked the other day on Twitter for stories of people who have been approached totally cold by the mainstream media based on their website, and I got tons of responses. I don't know, maybe 40 responses. Seriously, a lot of them. And it was everything from Real Simple magazine and, the major morning TV shows to just the local paper, the local news. It's really, really common for these media sources to Google, and then once they see all the great stuff that comes up about you when they Google, you're going to be the one that they call. So if you're looking for media, mainstream press fame, this is actually a really good way to get that as well.